What's good, YouTube? Haloe369 back again with another one. It's a little bit unusual right now. I'm doing a second video. And it's all praises to the Most High, Yahuwah, and all praises to Yahusha, the one that lived for us and died for us to his flesh, then died for us on the stake, and was resurrected by the Most High Yahuwah for us to have the Ruach HaKodesh. Now, let's click in the Ruach HaKodesh. Yep. You know what that was? That good old Ruach HaKodesh. And it's all praises to the Most High. You breathe in, allow the Ruach HaKodesh, the holy breath, to filter your vessel. And then you breathe out and exalt the Most High, Yahuwah, and his angels. You know what it does? I'll explain. It relaxes your field. It expands your field. It expands the radius of your field. And it clarifies your communication with the Most High, Yahuwah. The Ruach HaKodesh clarifies your communication with the Most High, Yahuwah. That's what it does when you're doing it properly. On the inside, heart and mind, and then towards the Most High. That's what it does. At least that's how I perceive it from what I read. Because he says through all things, use the Ruach as your, sword, the sword of the Ruach. And when ye pray, pray with the Ruach. Meaning pray in spirit. Pray in breath. Breathing. Anyhow, I just wanted to give y'all that, a little piece of advice as far as using the Ruach HaKodesh goes. I'm pretty certain that some of you are aware, and then some of you aren't aware. But right now, I want to continue expanding on the point of why it's not safe to be out here chasing, approaching, and not only that, if you're already in a relationship, y'all better get it together. Because, selfishness is going to get people perished. And it's an unfortunate thing. People have this mind frame like the Most High is protecting them. No. If you are not obedient, it's by chance and by grace that you're being protected. It's really not. Because, all isn't instant right now. But it will be soon. So, you know, it's good for people to have a walking prayer life, a walking meditation, a walking breath in the Ruach. And I wanted to give y'all give you some more insight on let me see, we're going to go into Corinthians for those people. Corinthians, which is before Ephesians. Well, my fault, before Second Corinthians, First Corinthians. All right, so y'all listening. To all things to men, do all for Yahuwah's glory. It says, do all for his glory. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was the Mashiach. But with many of them Yahuwah was not well. That means he didn't like the way they were being. He wasn't well with them because of their behavior. He was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Many perished in the wilderness because of their disobedience in his direction. Like, they weren't glorifying his presence. They weren't into his presence. Now, these things are examples to the intent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written. The people sat down to drink and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000 in one day. In one day, y'all. Neither let us tempt the Mashiach, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents. Neither murmur ye, meaning they were complainers. There's a lot of people complain. And a lot of you women that I'm talking about or speaking on, y'all complain. Gossip is complaining. Don't get that misconstrued. all the things that ye complain, ye shall suffer. uh, as some of them also murmured and were destroyed of the destroyer, which was Hasatan. They were destroyed of Hasatan. Now all these things happen unto them for ensamples, and they were written for our Adam, domination, ad mon, my fault, admonition, admonition. Oh, okay, for our admonition. Oh, for our admonition. I'm sorry, y'all. I could not pronounce that word correctly. Upon whom the ends of the world are sown. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest ye fall. There have no temptation taking you but such as is common to man, but not, no, my fault, but Yahuwah is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape that ye may be able to bear it. So basically, he's telling us there's a way for y'all to stay with y'all husband and not be tempted to leave. But a lot of y'all get tempted. And I'm speaking on this because it's a strong correlation with glorifying the Most High. Y'all want to leave your husbands and leave your relationships and destroy them. And I'm telling y'all, don't do that to yourselves, because you're going to find out your soul's in jeopardy if y'all continue to live selfish lives. And I'm not saying this to, yeah, I am saying this to put the fear of the Most High in your heart, because he showed me. Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry, meaning yourself idol worship. Stop worshiping yourselves, because that's just as much of an idol as the ones that we create out, like on this, out of metal. It's just as much, and it needs to be reprimanded. I speak as to wise men. Judge ye what I say. The cup of blessing which we bless is not the communion of the blood of the Mashiach. The bread which we break is not the communion of the body of the Mashiach. For we, being many, are one bread and one body. For we are all partakers of that one bread. This also applies to marriage, y'all. This also applies to you women that are in marriages that don't want to stay. You're in one body. A marriage becomes one body once you're in it. Y'all not aware, but I'm making you aware. I'm making you aware for your own safety. Anyhow, let me continue. We are all partakers of that one bread. If y'all are all partakers of that marriage, that means you, your husband, and the Most High. If you are following the Most High, that means you follow your husband. If you follow the Most High, that means you follow the one you are married to. Behold, Israel. Behold, Israel, after the flesh, are not they which eat of the sacrifices partaker of the altar? What say I then? The idol is anything, or that which is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything. You know what you guys are sacrificing to idols? Your marriages. Those that want to commit to divorce, I'm guilty. Hey, I'm divorced too. I'm not calling the kettle black. I'm just as guilty as y'all. I'm in the same pot. Okay, I'm the same as you. I'm no different. However, I repented and I move forward to correct self-correction. You know, a lot of us don't look for self-correction, nor to be corrected by others. I look to be corrected by others as well. If I'm doing something illegitimate, it needs to be said. Yeah, definitely. It needs to be said. I'm not going to just sit here and continue to commit, poor behavior without putting myself on the chopping block, or I'm not going to chastise y'all without self-chastisement. That's not righteous. Why would I chastise y'all without saying the wrong that I've done? That's foolish. That's foolish. And also, if I want to concern myself with others, I concern myself with my own poor behavior, but the Most High tells me to direct y'all to concern yourself with your own poor behavior and turn to Him. That's the goal, to glorify His behavior. Glorify His behavior. My fault, y'all. Let me continue. It says that, but I say that the things which ye, the Gentiles, sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils, and not to Yahuwah. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. So stop fellowshipping with the unrighteous. If they're unrighteous, leave them alone. Ye cannot drink the cup of Yahuwah and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of Yahuwah's table and the table of devils. Do we provoke Yahuwah to jealousy? Are we stronger than He? All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. So that means that all things are attainable and acquirable, and can be acquired. All things. Even in your sinful nature, all things can be acquired. And so it may look like you're being blessed after you done got a divorce or whatever the case may be. I mean, you got to think beauty is favored in this materialistic world. So when a woman does get divorced, and especially if she's decently attractive, things do look like they're going right at first. At first, it might look like it's going right for you at first, especially if you're decently attractive. But guess what? The Most High ain't let you get away with that. He's not about to let you just walk away scot-free. You're going to deal with some things when you just decide to get bored and you decide that you want to play with somebody's feelings or play with your family like that. Breaking up y'all marriages and all that kind of stuff out of boredom. Ah, yeah. You asking for it. You definitely asking for it, and everything is a strong correlation. If you read that word carefully and correctly, you can apply it to every spot in your life. Your murmuring, your complaining, your unhappiness or unwilling to settle or be still. Those things are they're probable in nature. Oh yeah, and for the algorithm, hit that like button. Hit that like button, and if you know, even in the middle of the video, if you got a comment or whatever the case may be, speak your piece. It's cool. I'm not like I'm for the conversation altogether because this conversation needs to be had. Breaking up your families is, man, look, y'all can't be doing that to yourselves or your children or your husbands. Men normally don't leave their wives. Normally, uh, normally they're fine with who they married with. Normally, but if y'all out here doing all you can to hurt your situation or to be spiteful or to be in temptation of other things, the Most High not gonna protect you. You think He is. He's not going to protect your poor behavior. He's not about to protect you leaving your marriages. Sure, He didn't protect me when I got divorced, or my ex-wife. He didn't protect neither one of us. He despises divorce. You are not led to divorce by the Ruach HaKodesh or the Holy Spirit as you would claim. You women need to stop claiming that the Holy Spirit led you to go and seek your happiness. The Holy Spirit, it led me to go and seek my own happiness. I see you. And you might not know this. When people make videos, you have an energy coming from you that I see. And it's terrible. It is so terrible. And I mean, I could make it a little more obvious, but hopefully I don't have to. When I see people's energy wavering or off because they know they're wrong, because conviction is strong for those people that know that they're incorrect. is strong. And then even if they're solid, their survival field is constricting. It's constricting. And it you know, like I said, all things can be obtained in your iniquities. They can be. It doesn't mean that the Most High is protecting you. It didn't come from the Most High. That came from grace, for the most part. Grace and your unconscious awareness on how to use the field. That's what that came from. And then not all Ruach is good Ruach. It's not. And yeah, I wanted to continue this conversation about, you women being misled into your own downfall, because that's what you're doing. Uh, y'all don't want your husbands to teach you, and then some of you just don't pick good husbands, and so that's a problem too. So I'm not gonna write that off. A lot of times y'all don't want to get into the word. I don't want to console each other when it's necessary. You got men that kind of are selfish with how they want to develop their finances and develop everything but the marriage. So I get why y'all kind of just want to leave the situation or whatever, because y'all don't feel enough stimulation from uh from being dutiful, which is not supposed to be misconstrued for slavery, because that's what y'all like to do. Y'all like to call it slavery when you have duties to perform as far as being a wife goes or a mother goes. But I can tell you, no. Stop playing yourselves. Stop idolizing yourselves. Also, a lot of these holidays and all that stuff has contributed. All this outside stimulation as far as cars, the clothes, just different stuff. I'm talking to you wicked ones, you wicked women. I'm talking to y'all, or the ones that feel like they got more out here when they should have stayed at the crib with who they was married to. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have your reasons, because everybody seems to want to have their reasons, quote unquote. But for the most part, man, I've seen a few videos where you know women are just like with no shame at all, just yeah, God told me and to leave my marriage, and so I'm going to uh and I've been getting and I've been getting so much confirmation about about me moving on with my life, and everything's just been looking on the up and ups. My credit score is going up and this and that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, keep feeding your keep feeding that devil. Keep feeding that devil if you feel like that. You gonna find out. You gonna find out later. Cause that ain't gonna happen right away. like all beauty is welcomed in the sight of men. All beauty is welcome in the sight of man. Commitment, possibly not. Commitment, nah, your commitment is in jeopardy because you don't know that you don't know them, and you probably thinking that, oh well, either unless he's a simp, or or you just have poor habits that you have acquired during the situation you was in that you haven't gotten rid of, and you're going to self-sabotage. One or two, but it's not going to go as smoothly as you would like it to. It's not. Most people think it's going to go smoothly or everything is going to be on the up and ups. And I've seen it too often. Your spirit starts to get wavery, apathy starts to kick in, and then you start to condense, and then you start to become constricted. Because then Satan got a hold of your life because you need too much external stimulation. Once Satan gets a hold of you, or carnality gets a hold of you, it's a wrap. Because once that carnality or the absence of those external stimulations kick in, you'll start spiraling. Because that's what happens, and it happens slowly. It doesn't happen at first. Everything comes fast, and then it slows down. Then once it slows down, then you start seeking other external validation. Subconsciously, you won't be aware of it. And if you are aware of it, it's just time to turn away from your wicked ways. But if you are unaware, which most people are, most women are, let me be specific, it's not going to go the way you think. Uh, it starts off with everything moving smoothly at first. Everything's light-hearted at first. And then you end up either using someone or being used. Afterwards, somebody's toxicity comes out, whether it be yours or theirs. And once Satan gets to crash out, because he will get to crash out, if you don't stick to the program, whatever program you opted out for when you decided you wanted to get a divorce, whatever program that you opted out for, you got to stick to so that no harm comes to your vessel. And though harm may come to your vessel, so that death doesn't come, or that you perishing doesn't come. So you're obligated. You're stuck to that situation. And then when you try to break away from that situation, it's not going to be pretty. I know from experience and from observation. I've seen it. Yeah, it ain't good. Trust me. I don't be telling y'all this stuff for my health. I be telling y'all stuff. Sometimes I'll beat around the bush about it sometimes. And then sometimes I'm pretty straightforward. But the Rock Hakudesh don't play. Your field don't play. Whether you think that you're winning, the Most High will let you know that you're not winning. And the only way for you to stay winning in that position is for you to commit to whatever you opted out for. You have to commit to it. And it has to be a solid commitment. Otherwise, you put your life in jeopardy. It won't look like it at first. It'll be sweet. Everything will be subtle. But that's normally what happens, y'all. And I didn't make the rules. I didn't create the laws. The laws were created by the Most High. To glorify the Most High is to glorify His behavior. If you cannot glorify His behavior in whatever situation that you partake in, your life is in jeopardy. All times. All times. For whatever situation. Me too. Me too. I'm just guilty. You talking to a sinner. A person who has sinned. I am a new creature through the Mashiach. But I still have done it. It's still it's in the past now. It is forgotten by the Most High. And also by my field of peace and observation. Peace and observation comes with breathing in the Ruach HaKodesh. But y'all gotta really follow me. For you women, follow me. I'm not telling you this to scare you. The laws work on their own, whether you believe me or not. And you are free to do whatever you feel like. However, y'all need to stop getting these divorces. Y'all need to stop jeopardizing your families because the repercussion is your soul. Especially if you intentionally did this knowing that it was going to hurt the other individual. And even unknowingly, it still hurt the other individual. And you were just being selfish. And, for the life of me, I don't understand why y'all are like this. Or, like, sometimes I feel like y'all want to see your own selves destroyed. Sometimes. Not consciously. It's subconsciously, but y'all self-sabotage terribly. And I see it all the time. And y'all be faking y'all happiness. A lot of times, y'all not as happy as y'all pretend to be. Y'all think y'all are. And then when something stupid happens, then you're not happy no more. Because something dumb happened. And then, all of a sudden, it's everybody else's fault but yours. Or, such and such did this to me, or this situation happened to me. Don't come crying online. Don't do it. Do not do it, y'all. You're setting yourself up for failure and mockery. Unless you don't mind being mocked. Which, hey, I'm just a messenger. I'm nothing more than a messenger. I'm a servant of the Most High, creator of heavens and earth. A servant of Yahusha, the one that sacrificed himself and got resurrected for me. Those are who I serve in the Ruach HaKodesh. That's what I serve. I'm just a messenger. I'm not nothing more than that. And not only that, just because I'm telling you the truth doesn't mean that I'm happy to tell you the truth. Because do y'all understand telling the truth? How much hate it gets telling the truth? Truth don't get no love out here for real. If you found this video, congratulations to you. I'm in the back somewhere. But the truth hurts. It's sad. It's sad because when you see the truth, that's not appealing. Women don't, like, do you know how many opportunities I wreck telling y'all the truth? I wreck all kinds of opportunities just being truthful, just to serve the Most High, because that's what it's really about, serving the Most High. Opportunities, they come and go, but the Most High, that's forever. Yahuwah, creator of heavens and earth, that's forever. It's not, it doesn't stop. However, I'm just being a messenger, continuing the message. Stop jeopardizing your marriages, because y'all about to really find out. Y'all really don't understand what you're doing at all. You think you do. And I get it. Most people that think they're smart and crafty and all that stuff, or have a high intelligence Q and even are pretty and have advantages in life that most, average looking people don't have. Yeah, you're favored. But why are you favored? And most people don't understand why they are favored, but then again, maybe you do and you just don't care. Either way it goes, y'all need to be careful out here, putting marriages in jeopardy and putting your lives at risk because you want to be happy. Because this is what y'all do. Y'all put y'all life at risk when y'all want to be happy. I'd rather risk my life and be happy. The Most High never promised you happiness. He promised you peace and joy in Him, but He never promised you that you would be happy in this world. Not at all. He definitely didn't promise me that. And so, when I sit here and I talk to y'all, like I'm talking to brothers and sisters of the Most High Creator, and those creations out here that are still in a wavery spirit, like rather that don't know whether they're coming or going, to and fro. Be wary out here for seeking happiness and thinking that is going to like turn out good for you. Divorcing, thinking that it's gonna turn out good for you. Y'all better stop doing that. Most are gonna put a stop and chastise you real fast. And you're not gonna know what to do when it happens either. It's just gonna happen. I don't care how good it looks. It's not as good as you think it is. And your happiness, that's a fallacy. Because that only lasts so long. Happiness, like, especially for you communitarians out here that gotta consistently seek attention and be out in everybody's face and all that stuff. Is that a life you really want? Anyhow, I digress. I'm just having a conversation that needs to be had for your own protection and your own benefit. Stop being out here playing around, y'all. I do love y'all. And if you have any discrepancies with my insight, hit them comments. Hit that thumbs up. And yeah, I don't normally do 2 videos in a day because I stopped doing that a while back. But, you know, I'm going to pick back up. It's just on my heart to speak about this topic. And it just ain't no fun topic. Like, it's not fun for me. Shoot. And please, don't call yourself trying to hate me because you disagree. Just hit them comments and let's have a conversation. That's really all you gotta do. And it's all love. It's all love. I'm not, look, I'm not one way or the other. You have free will just like I have free will. So, of course, I'm going to speak my mind. If you disagree, you can disagree. You're free to disagree. But, you know, just have a conversation about it. You know, don't. It's all praises to the Most High, Yahoo. It's depressing sometimes. I'm fine. I'm not depressed about it at all. It's hurtful to see it, but what can I do? I can't control man's free will. I can only make you aware of the will of the Most High. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a servant. That's it. And it's all love. And if you made it this far, I love you. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. If you have a discrepancy, once again, hit them comments. Share the video too. You know, clip it, share it, so people can see the whole video. But, yeah, just take heed to what I'm saying, y'all. The Most High, He showed me a lot, and, you know, once I get established with what I need to get established with, you'll see everything, I promise. But it's all love.